Anyways. Good morning. Sorry, it's late. I had some calls this morning. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Brenda. God, I love coffee. How are you, Brenda? And Mom, I just saw your text. I know. I got busy. I had so many calls. I had hypnosis sessions. I had calls. And then I was too tired after that. And now I finally have time today. I know. My God, did we have so much to talk about. And then, on top of it, I also needed time to get going on the passport process. Because, folks, I am going to Germany. I'm curious if I have any community members in Germany. Tell me good news. Yes. Please do. I want to hear good news. How do I get rid of this? It's so weird. Hold on a second. I need to get rid of this queue. How do I... Oh. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna leave it. Please tell me good news. I got big things that I need to share. On top of coming trip to Germany, which I'm really excited. There's a cathedral I want to see out there. I'm flying into Frankfurt. But if you are in California, I am going to be in Orange County in a few weeks. I'm now taking Zipbound and have lost a lot of weight and feeling new again. Congratulations. What is... Let me look it up if you don't mind. What is Zipbound? I am curious now because I'm in the middle of losing weight too. Is it something... Obviously, this sounds like something you would recommend because you're having great success. Oh! Ooh. Okay. Okay, I see you. I need answers for myself too. Oh, thank you, Yvette. Hi, Wendy. Okay, now folks are coming in. We have so much to talk about. Your swelling's under control and your blood levels are back to normal. Thank God. I'm really glad to hear that. Let me scoot up so I can read a little bit better. I have glasses on and I still struggle a little bit. I need to bring my phone closer too. Good morning, Mommy. I got both my moms here. Okay. Gotta figure out how to start this because this is, let me start out with what I learned about with healing. Oh gosh, no. Wait, how do I put this in the big picture? Are you guys okay if there's some word vomit here? I haven't figured out how to put all this together. It's layered. I made some discoveries while studying Dolores Cannon and some history things. Let me start with the healing portion of it. Our cells are not used to being acknowledged. Our cells look at us as God, and then we look at this idea we have of God as God. And I'm going to get to that because it's all false. Proves why all religion is false. And that when you are doing healing work, when you are addressing the cells, you want to use the pronoun we. Is it okay with you guys if I read an excerpt from Dolores Cannon's book regarding this to help me bring this portion together? Would you guys like me to read the portion regarding this? Okay. Let me swig this coffee because this is going to be a lot. Y'all need to hear this. And it makes sense. It does make a lot of sense. But I'm going to bring some things together that Dolores did already. Okay. Dolores Cannon said, I have published 3 books by Dr. O.T. Bonnet, where he explains how our minds heal our bodies and why healing happens, which I'm going to order the fuck at that book. I'm going to order that book and read it and study the hell out of it. He says it is very important to talk to the cells in our body to get their cooperation when we want to heal something. In order to get their attention and let them know a higher authority is speaking to them, our personality, we should always refer to them as we. These cells are used to going about their business, taking care of various parts of the body. They are not used to having another part become aware of them. Thus, when we can get their attention and ask them to help us, we are the voice of God, and they pay attention. In the manuscript I was reading, a man mentioned that we consider ourselves to be a body, a unit, but actually we are only a casing that is housing trillions of individual cells. These cells compose all the organs and systems of our bodies. They all have our jobs to do and work in harmony and balance with each other. We are the ones that cause imbalance and introduce diseases into their world. Literally, he said we are just a physical casing housing a huge colony of beings. They are capable of thought, digestion, reproduction, excretion, all the things we as humans are capable of. Thus, because we are only a being composed of a huge colony of trillions of individual beings, it is incorrect to refer to ourselves as I. We should call ourselves we. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, everybody. That's when the light bulb went off. I need to post it, Lily. Lucy. I've been gone all morning because I had calls, and I also am doing the passport process because I am going to Germany in a few months. So I have not been home. I'm about to post it. I will. It will be done today, and then I will message you as soon as it's done. But I promise you, it's on my list of things to do. I just got home and went straight to live. Does that mean that it is part of an even bigger consciousness? I believe so. And the chapter about God or Source will begin to make this clear. That's where I put some other things together different from Dolores. Where Dolores left off. Oh God, it just brings two things together. Where Dolores left off, she still acknowledges the male version of God. Yes, I'm going to Germany in November, December. And I found out some things about why I need to go as well, which is incredible. I'm going to read a little bit from my notes because this is going to help me out a little bit. Give me a second. And so I had to go do the passport process. The way that I can summarize is, are you all familiar with Sophia? Female God? Some people are. Some people may not be. I wonder if there's a good description of her or artwork. Anyways. Okay. Sophia, I'm going to call her the female version of God. She is wisdom. There's a big difference between the female God and the male God. The male God that most religions honor is the one that demands domination, that demands obedience, blood sacrifices, and so forth. The God, well, I'll say God first, goddess. God wanted to be a part of creation, demanded to be a part of creation, and basically took credit from Sophia. Goddess, we'll just say goddess, just using the male, female. And that God, after that, forgot that they too were born of goddess, that they have where they originate, and took credit from Sophia. And that even, and this is going to get touchy for people who still believe in things like Christianity and so forth. This is going to get touchy. The credit was taken from Sophia for creation. Sophia said no. She was the first woman to say no. And she's goddess. She's mother. She's also Mother Earth. She's Gaia. Hi, Jordan. I'm going to get right with you. I believe that vast majority of what we are struggling with inside of us is guilt. And it's guilt that is perpetuated by the male God that everybody likes to acknowledge, because what is the church about? The church is all about teaching that you are evil from the time of birth just because, that you have to give blood sacrifices, that you have to, there's domination and obedience. And it's this whole narcissism thing that everybody has deep issues with. Hi, Lisa. Hi, everybody. that everybody's finally leaving the church over, but not understanding then what's in place of that God, and not realizing that the God that Judeo-Christianity worships, this male God, was the first God to be said no to. And so God was born, because if you think about even science and about the mitochondria, and there's notes that I have on this, it all comes from a female. Our beings, including of course males, we don't get this from the male, get it from the female. And when you think about where all life comes from, it comes from the female. Even the male God had to come from the female God, which is believed to be Sophia. Why this is important is there is so much fear and guilt that is perpetuated by the masculine God that everybody acknowledges in things like Judeo-Christianity, Catholicism, Judaism, so forth. And that guilt, when we release it, if you think about it and I'm going to be doing a demonstration this morning, if you think about it in terms of, like, if you think about my script and how we approach past life regression and hypnosis, when we go to the memories that are at the heart of your health issues, in order to release it, you must forgive it. And a lot of what is there is guilt and unresolved pain and judgment. Sophia is not about judgment. She's about community and wholeness and going within. There's outward expression that is demanded by the masculine God, that was said no to because Sophia didn't need help creating us and everything, the universe. So he took credit, and that credit was used to create all of these religions, and they're all a facade. All that's ever demanded is to go within. The opposite of the feminine is not the masculine. The opposite of the feminine is herself. So when you get to this hierarchy and, like there's us and then there's God, which is Sophia, there's nothing above her. She is to go within herself if she needs to heal or resolve something. Going inward. So for us, when we talk about following God and the example of God, if we're going to follow the example of God, following would be to go inward, not outward expression that is built on guilt and demands and narcissism, like with the masculine God, but following Sophia, the true God, the female God, goddess, and the opposite, again, the opposite of the feminine is not the masculine. The opposite of the feminine is herself, going in. And all that we need to do to heal is to go inward. And we release the fear and the guilt that is perpetuated by the masculine, that demands that outward expression, that perpetuated all of that in the very first place. Most of our stresses and our anxieties and our issues are perpetuated by religion. If you think about it, the heart of it, and our behaviors and our patterns and how we deal with our experiences, positive and negative as they come. Is this making sense so far? Am I doing a good job explaining this? Because this is the first time I'm explaining it out loud. I only figured it out yesterday. I only figured it out yesterday. So this is the first time I'm saying it out loud and I'm summarizing on my own without even looking at my notes. But I figured this out. And the cells, when you go down that hierarchy, there's Sophia, there is us. There's ourselves. Ourselves look to us the way that we look at Sophia. Or if you still want to acknowledge the masculine God, then whatever. When you acknowledge the cells who are in the cells of your body are not used to being acknowledged, and they want to be acknowledged as we. When you address them, they listen. I'm going to demonstrate it because I'm going to do it for the first time and connecting through we. And a demonstration I'm going to do this morning because I'm going to do a hypnosis demonstration. I have so many notes on this. And here's a note that I highlighted. The self-containing mother is older in this tradition than the system that later told her she was incomplete. The masculine God that Christianity and other religions acknowledge told her that she needed him, that they had to co-create the masculine and the feminine to bring that balance, and that she needed him. She said, no, I don't need you. The masculine God was the first man to be told no and to force it anyways by stealing credit and having that stolen credit be used in the creation of religion that enslaved us. So if you want to deconstruct and you want to decolonize, look to Sophia. Deconstruct from the masculine God. The masculine God created the enslavements and the hatred that we see, created the systems that have been destroying us. And now I realize what the 5D is. It's not rising to Christ consciousness. Jesus got it wrong. Jesus is wrong too. Unless you can find me books and chapters where he acknowledged Sophia, I only see acknowledgement of the masculine God, then Jesus was not enlightened. Listen to me closely. And I'm not going to take this back. I know this is going to be touchy for people who believe in Jesus. And if you don't like this, you can block me. Jesus got it wrong. Jesus is not enlightened. Because if the furthest understanding that Jesus had was of this masculine God that stole credit from Sophia, from the female God that didn't need help with creation, that God was born of, then Jesus didn't reach full enlightenment. And Jesus too is wrong. And that also brings us to be what would start a journey for us to understand what the cross was really about. Jesus broke laws. It was simply a punishment like others got. It's not like he was the first and last to be up on a cross. That was simply how, that was the punishment. Many faced that punishment in that time period. But it wasn't because Jesus was God. They made that idea up. Jesus, thank you, sunshine. Jesus is just a brother. And a brother like anybody else. Jesus is a brother like I am your sister. Jesus was an everyday person who didn't get it right, but everybody thought his ideas were enlightenment and that they were full, but they were not full. Jesus too fell for the lie of God. Which means all religions that are based on this idea of Jesus as the enlightened one or of the masculine God are false. The religions are a facade. Now I'm going to tell you what the 5D is as I now understand it. In the time depicted in the metaphor of Adam and Eve, we ask the first anxious question ever. What if there is more to life than this? Let me swipe this before my coffee gets cold. What if there is more to life than this? We had paradise, full cooperation with one another and love. We knew who we were. We knew where we came from. As my notes say, and in my studies, there was a time in which we remembered the goddess. That we remembered the goddess, and that's where we came from. We knew the truth, and we practiced in truth and in love and in full cooperation. That first anxious question of what if there is more to life than this? This is where the fear-minded people decided, well, what if I can own so much of this paradise, of this land, even of people? And thus we have the history we've always known and had and studied. This karmic cycle that is now complete, going into the 5D isn't us going into Christ consciousness. No, Jesus got it wrong. We are better than Jesus had reached in his timeline. We have surpassed Jesus. Going into the 5D is full consciousness, not Christ consciousness. That's limited. Full consciousness, returning back to the love and full cooperation of the time depicted in Adam and Eve in that paradise before the moment depicted by the apple. And just as the goddess Sophia was robbed in history by that masculine god, Eve was then robbed because Eve was the one demonized for the apple. Sophia's been demonized. Eve was demonized. It is the beginnings of women being demonized because we are the creators of all life. And when you move up that, and there should be no hierarchy, but let's say you want to have a hierarchy in mind just so you can understand it better because you're used to that. There's us women, and there's ourselves, women, Sophia. Men have been jealous of women and robbing women since God robbed goddess, which is the very beginning of time. There has not been a good era ever of any era, because man said, you need me to create. You need me, include me, me. And goddess was the first woman to ever say no. And she's God. So now down to ourselves, if you want to heal source, and we use source energy in Reiki, in hypnosis, and all these healing modalities. It all comes from goddess. When you want to address yourselves and you want to heal as any kind of practitioner, you must address the cells as we. That is the pronoun they prefer. How's everybody doing with what I'm teaching? So basically, the 5D is not Christ consciousness. That's limited. That's very limited, and that's colonialized belief. We're rising to full consciousness, and we are returning to love and cooperation, the way Sophia called us to. Coming full circle after the damage done, depicted in the time of the metaphor, the fictional story of Adam and Eve. Unity consciousness, full consciousness, yes. Does this resonate with you guys? How are you feeling about what I'm saying so far? How are you guys doing? Let me drink some of this coffee before I end up doing a hypnosis demo. Y'all hanging in there? Thank you for the follow, Melted Cupcake. Warm and humbly, yes. It's a new concept that's totally resonating. Great. Hi, Nikki. So when we're healing and you come to the table and you decide you want to heal and you want me to help you with hypnosis, now bring it together for my work, not only will I use those concepts in speaking to your cells, but with my awareness of what you need to break for healing as you move into full consciousness, I can better help you because of this understanding I reached just yesterday. Everything I just summarized and just spoke, I only learned yesterday. I've been studying. I have maybe 20 pages of notes. I have notes and highlights. I studied all day yesterday. I made graphs and tables. But there's something that's also stark about this time for me. I was studying Sophia on my own as a separate study. When I was reading Dolores's books, she was still in the understanding of the masculine god. Which means I am currently surpassing Dolores Cannon. Love to see how these new info will improve healing with you, Shay. Absolutely. Deanna says, my friend has had a past life regression, is in awe about it. I'm not really sure I understand it. I would love to help you understand. I have a volunteer already who is here. I'm going to be bringing Jordan up in a minute. But now I can better help you guys because this information is going to inform my sessions. But as I study Dolores Cannon, I'm realizing where she left off in her own understanding. And the craziest thing is, especially considering that I am a big fan of Dolores, is that I am surpassing Dolores in understanding. I'm outgrowing her and I'm outgrowing her work. That's very different for me to surpass my hero. I look up to Dolores. Like, I practically worship Dolores and all of her work because it has enlightened me a lot. But in my separate studies of Sophia and then seeing patterns and understanding as I study Dolores, I'm seeing where Dolores stopped and where my understanding is beginning, and it's surpassing where Dolores left off before she passed away. And you picked up the torch because you are your hero, which is crazy to think. And so I'm taking this slow as I explain it because I'm still settling with it because I just put this together yesterday. So I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'm going to bring Jordan up. I'm going to do a demonstration. This is a whole new level of deconstruction and decolonizing. Moving into the 5D requires deconstruction and decolonizing. You must be ready because full consciousness means moving into full understanding. You can't take the old limiting beliefs with you. You can't take the old limiting beliefs with you. Those old limiting beliefs is what has created all the hatred and the wars in the world. Even the religious wars. All the wars. All the wars, all the hatred was built based on the narcissistic masculine god. That people also depicted as being a white god. You have to be ready if you're going to go into the 5D to fully deconstruct and decolonize. Otherwise, you will be stuck. You will be blocked. No ands, ifs, or buts about it. There's no excuse. Once you know, you know. Can't take it back. I just provided you this wisdom. I'm going to be sharing my notes. I'm going to make a lot of videos on it. I'm going to keep teaching on it. I'm going to rewrite my book based on my new understanding because I've been writing, I wrote a book about my journey. I'm going to rewrite it based on my new understanding. I'm going to be teaching about it. And my podcast is going to be lit. I'm going to have one lit podcast. So I'm going to go use the restroom because I want to do a demonstration. And Jordan's coming up. It's going to be lit. Okay. Oh, Jordan. We are going to do this. Mods, help me bring Jordan Jen up. Let's see if I can find her myself. Thank you guys, everybody, for everyone who's here. Hi, everybody. Hi to everybody who's coming in. You don't need to turn your camera on. You can have your camera off. Do I have my charger in here? I do not. I'm going to put my phone on the charger so it doesn't die during the session. Let me get my phone charger. Okay. I don't know if the mods are still here. If not, can you send a request? Oh, there you are. There you are. Yes, hi.
Hi.
Oh my God, Jordan, let's go. By the way, guys, thank you so much for the gifts. Thank you for the support for my work. It really means a lot. I'm excited to do this demo, especially with this new understanding, because I'm going to speak to your cells. Jordan, how are you? Where are you?
I am in my bedroom.
Okay, your voice sounds muffled. Can you bring your device close to you?
Yes. Can you hear me better now?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Hello to everybody. Thank you guys again for the gifts to support my work. Thank you all for being here. Hello to everybody. Good morning to everybody that I missed. Thank you for bearing with me as I explain new concepts that I just learned. So this is going to change how I deconstruct and decolonize as well, because that means there's a lot deeper work than I ever imagined. So, yes. So now I'm going to focus on Jordan. So Jordan, we decided that for this demo, we were going to focus more on your soul contract and purpose, right?
Yes.
And then we said something about your gifts. Hi,
Yeah.
Ashley. Ashley's here. We're going to focus on your gifts as well, kind of like I did with Ashley in Spirit.
Yes. That's what I would like to focus on.
Okay. We'll focus on that, and then the rest of it we'll do in your private session.
Sounds great.
Are you clear on the instructions that I gave you in our phone call? Thank you so much, Ashley.
Yes.
Do you have a blanket in case you get cold?
I do.
Okay.
Yep, I'm all propped up on my bed, all good and comfy.
Chugging water because this is going to be a big one.
Oh my gosh, can you hear my son in the background?
I can.
Oh, is that okay?
Oh, it is okay. It's okay. As long as it's okay for you and you don't get distracted.
Yes, it's fine. I know that he's out there with my fiance. He's good, but I just realized you could probably hear him.
It's okay as long as it's okay for you.
Yes.
Okay. I want you to close your eyes.
Okay.
And begin taking deep breaths in through your nose and out of your mouth. In through your nose and out of your mouth. And with every inhale in and with every exhale out, you will become deeper and deeper relaxed. With every inhale in and with every exhale out, you will become deeper and deeper relaxed. Deeper and deeper relaxed and deeper still. That's right. Notice the relaxation moving through the body, and if there are any tensions anywhere in the body, they will flow right out. Flow right out. Let them go. Let them go. We don't need them. We don't need them. So enjoy the way that feels to not have anything to think about, and enjoy the way it feels to have relaxation moving through the body. This is a luxury that very few people are allowed, to take a little time out of their busy day to just relax and not have to think about anything. So take advantage of it while you can. Enjoy the experience. And remember that when you awaken, you will feel wonderful all over. Just as though you've had a nice nap, a nice sleep. You will feel truly rested and refreshed. And anytime you do anything like this, it will always be an enjoyable experience. Also remember, if you hear any sounds in the room or any sounds outside of the room, they are only natural noises occurring in the background. They will not bother you or distract you in any way. If you hear anything, it will just fade and become part of the background. Now I would like for you to imagine a beautiful pyramid composed entirely of bright light, a very beautiful thing to see. It glows, it sparkles, it shimmers, and I want you to place that white pyramid of light so that it completely encloses your body, even the underneath side of your body, so that you're completely enclosed within that beautiful pyramid of bright light. This is your protection. The bright light is a very powerful force. It can protect against anything, and it will remain around your body the entire time we do this. Nothing can harm you in any way, mentally or physically. You are protected. You are safe. You know it. You feel it. And it is very, very good. Now I would like for you to imagine the most beautiful place in the world. The most beautiful place in the world where there are no worries and no problems. It may be the forest. It may be the seashore. It may be a meadow. whatever you consider to be beautiful and peaceful. Can you find a place like that?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
It's like looking at a picture with like super crystal blue water, and then the sand's like super white, and then the sky is probably like a Caribbean blue, and then just in the background, like palm trees kind of.
Tell me more about it. You said it's like a picture. Can you explain that for me?
Like the pictures that you see on like the computer desktops of like where it would be somewhere like in the Caribbean or like the Dominican Republic. It's almost like looking at a vacation resort, but with nothing there. So I see that just, the water basically in front of me, and it's kind of like it's endless. It's like you're looking and all you see is that completely surrounding you. It's endless. There's no end to like the sky and the water and then the sand that it surrounds it.
Can you move into the photograph?
Kind of already feel like I'm standing there because like I feel like I'm looking at it like it's like a 3D thing.
So now you're inside the photograph. Notice what you feel. Look down at your feet. Are you wearing any shoes?
I really don't feel like I can look down. I feel like I can look outward and upward.
You can do it by your will. Look down. What do you see?
I can't see my feet, but I can see water. Like I'm I'm not look I'm it's almost like I can't look at myself. Like I'm like I'm maybe invisible but there. So I can see literally everything else around me.
Like you might be there as an energy, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yes. There we
Like a
go.
visiting energy.
That's a perfect way to put it.
Understood. So you can't feel the water or the ground beneath your feet.
No, I can't. But I can but like everything like the I guess the energy around me makes me feel like I'm there because I don't feel like I'm sitting on my bed.
Look up in the sky and see if you can find a big, white, fluffy cloud. Can you find one?
It all looks white to me. Like blue, like such a clear blue and a white. I'm not feeling a specific cloud, but I'm feeling like I'm looking up and seeing basically all blue and all white. Like everything is just completely clear.
Float up to the sky and see if you can find a big, white, fluffy cloud.
I kind of just feel like a big ball on a very clear blue sky.
A big ball. We're going to work with that ball. Tell me about being a ball in the big blue sky.
I feel almost weightless.
Ooh, tell
But
me about weightless.
um well, I notice now that I feel like weightless and I feel like I'm in the sky, I can't see the water anymore. Like I have like I'm not like I'm only getting what's like level with me, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And you are floating through the air safely, drifting and floating, floating and drifting over the land, over the valleys, protected and safe. And like magic, not only are we floating over the land and over the valleys, we are moving back, and back, and back. We're looking for the most appropriate time and place to stop and look at and examine. The most appropriate time and place we need to be to help you out in the best way possible. You are moving. We are moving back and back. We're looking for the most appropriate time and place. The most appropriate time and place we need to be to help you out in the best way possible. Now we are slowing down. We are stopping at the most appropriate time and place. Now that we have stopped at the most appropriate time and place, I want you to drift off of that cloud. Drift down, down, down to the surface. It won't be anything sudden, just like a leaf floating gently out of a tree, back down to the surface. And as we come back down, I want you to tell me the very first thing that you see down there below you, or the very first impressions we have as we come back down to the surface. Have you come down yet?
I feel like, and from what I was feeling before, everything is just completely black now. Like it got darker and darker and darker. So like everything is black. So like that floating ball of energy I felt is now completely surrounded by blackness. Basically in an abyss.
Tell me more about the abyss.
It's literal darkness. It's just black. It's
Tell me more
like
about the
it's I do feel like how I was weightless, surrounded by like the blue clear sky. Now like I'm that weightless ball surrounded by, every time you would say down, it like got darker and darker and darker. So it just,
Can
and
you
it feels
step out
endless.
of the bubble and can you be present with where you are at?
Say that again.
Can you step out of that bubble and be present where you are at? What
Yeah.
happened if you push through the bubble?
Mm. I still feel very relaxed. I I feel like I came back to more of my awareness instead of feeling like I was just that big ball of energy.
Do you feel the ground beneath your feet?
Literal, or like
No,
what's under me?
and like what you feel where you are at in hypnosis. Do you feel? Can you sense that there is a ground and that your feet are on it?
Absolutely
Can you
not. I
can you
don't feel my
feel your
feet at
body?
all.
So you don't feel your body at all.
I do not feel my body at all.
What do you notice as you're out of that bubble? Is it nighttime or is it still pitch black?
Everything is still pitch black. I should say I can almost feel my head. I can almost feel like the only thing on me is my super heavy head that I may be referring to as a big ball of energy.
Because are you in your head? Are we in our head now?
I don't think so because no, I don't. I truly don't.
Tell me what you notice. Don't worry about what you see. What do you feel? What can you taste, hear, touch? What do you notice?
I notice that everything around me feels completely endless. Like if I'm sitting there doing a complete 360, there's no end to the darkness. I can't, I can't, I can't taste or feel anything else other than that.
Take some more deep breaths. In through the nose and out of the mouth. I do feel anxiety.
Oh yeah, I feel like I feel that too.
Anxiety and being more in your head. Limited. I want you to tell me honestly, do you feel afraid of what you might see?
No, because the thought of what I might see didn't cross my mind until you said something.
What do you feel afraid of or anxious about?
I don't think I have a specific answer to that.
I'm going to do some Reiki on you that you will notice just to help you to relax. And I want you to notice what you feel in the mind, in the body. Focus and tell me what you notice in the mind and at the feet. Just notice for right now. First, I'm sending you the Choku Ray. You may notice warmth or tingling in the body. Notice at the head
Yes,
and at your feet.
I notice it more at my neck and my throat and my shoulders.
Now I'm sending you a blue light with the Choku Ray representing mental health, releasing the anxiety in your mind to bring calm to the entire body, not just the mind, but to the whole body. In this blue light that stretches throughout the entirety of the body and the mind. What do you notice?
Um, I don't feel like I feel like my heart doesn't feel like it's vibrating anymore. Anxious. That's how I say anxious.
Now I'm going to send the Sehi Kai.
I am like really hot, but like really cold at the same time. Like I'm super hot, but the breeze feels super cold.
So the heat is because of the Reiki, the cold is because you're in hypnosis. Now I'm going to send the Sehi Kai. You'll notice this more in the chest and at the and your back. You have emotions trapped in the chest and at your hips. That's where you're feeling weight and pain.
I almost feel like it's easier to breathe.
Yep. Whenever I struggle to breathe and I'm anxious, I use what I'm doing now on myself.
Wow, that's wild.
It works like a charm.
Like, I feel like I went from breathing out of like a milkshake straw to like breathing out of like 30 milkshake straws.
I've never heard it described that way, but that is awesome.
I didn't know how else to put that. So,
So perfect. Okay, it's leading from your stomach. You have stomach issues due to stress. Your stomach doesn't usually growl. It's going to start growling here in a minute because your stomach is very empty. You haven't eaten today.
I have not.
I can see that. Your stomach's very empty. You're also dehydrated.
Yeah, I don't drink a lot of water.
No, you don't.
Like, I like any water, actually.
And you didn't sleep last night.
I did not. I got off of work
Probably
at 8 in the morning.
You probably got about 2 hours of sleep.
Spot on.
So I'm just bringing some healing to the body through Reiki. Okay, that was for the breathing. Now I'm going to send the Hanshazi Shonen. Let me draw it out. Let me grab my sheet that reminds me how to draw. Actually, I remember how to draw it, and I have another page right here. All right. I'm going to draw the Hanshazi Shonen. Okay. Last one. This is for remote healing.
I also don't feel like I'm fighting with my eyes to keep them, like, from moving around anymore, if that makes sense.
This is going to help you as you go in hypnosis. Your whole body might warm up, but you're okay. You might sweat a little bit.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm burning up. But, like, the breeze feels cold, but I feel hot.
Yeah, Reiki will do that. Very opposite to what with hypnosis, which is going to make you feel cold. Your heart rate's going to slow down some more. It's that remaining palpitation due to anxiety. We're going to release the stress from the body. You'll feel it moving out of the hands and the feet and the top of the head, which is the crown. This is the Hanshazi Shonen. There we go. It should feel like you're congested in the chest, that burning sensation you get when you know you have phlegm. And it's going to feel like it's coming up out of the chest. Your chest is going to burn the most. Your stomach's going to start growling.
I already feel that in my stomach.
You're very hungry. You are not taking care of yourself. Sorry. You have a sleep disorder? You've had sleep
No.
issues even before children.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about any literal disorders, but yeah, sleep's not my thing. I unless when I do finally fall asleep, I fall asleep for like 14 to like 13 hours at a time, and it's normally never at night. It's after like a day and a half without sleeping, and then I completely crash.
Yep. Yep. Okay. Now that you are more deeply relaxed, I want you to focus on your breath. The cool air in through your nose and the warm air out of your mouth. Slowing down. Focus on that blue light. I want you to focus on the color blue because I'm going to slow down your thought process. Your thoughts are racing. You're very ADHD. So focus on that blue color and notice as your mind slows down. Slowing down. Slowing down. Slowing down. And now you're getting heavier and heavier still. Now you're getting heavier and heavier still. We are getting heavier and heavier. You are struggling now to open your eyes, unable to move your arms or your legs. Your mind is slowing down. Your heart rate is slowing down. And now an image is popping up. An image, a symbol, a feeling, or a memory. A symbol, an image, a feeling, or a memory that is important to you, centering with you and locking into place. This symbol, memory, feeling, or image is your tool, your key, your pathway to the most appropriate time and place. The most appropriate time and place we need to be to help you out in the best way possible. Notice it, describe it.
What if it's a person?
It can be a person.
It definitely is a person. It's my best friend.
Describe them.
When you when you said you're gonna see something, I seen like her name. I didn't see her, but I only see the back of her. So it went from like seeing her name and then to seeing the back of her, but I no longer see her name anymore.
But you see her.
Yeah, like almost walking away from me. Like on like a oh um just by like everything's dark but her, but I'm gonna say it's like a dark road or like a dirt road maybe.
Can you follow her?
I don't think I can, but like even though I feel like she's walking away, she's really not getting any further.
Because she's waiting for you to catch up. You can, by your will, you can decide to move forward, if that makes sense. Take that next step forward and tell me what happens.
I don't feel like I can move.
You're afraid. Can you walk forward anyways?
I don't feel afraid and I don't feel like I can move.
If you will to move, you will move. It's like pushing through a barrier. Release the need to say I can't and say I can. And watch what happens as you change your verbiage. You are now moving forward one step in front of the other. Tell me what happens as you move forward towards your best friend.
I feel like I'm floating again, but I feel like what I was seeing is getting faint.
As you release control of your thoughts and of the scene, notice how you are drawn forward, following your best friend to the next appropriate time and place. The next appropriate time and place we need to be to help you out in the best way possible. You are moving. You are drifting and floating away. Drifting and floating away, following your best friend to the next appropriate time and place. The next appropriate time and place we need to be to help you out in the best way possible. Arriving
I
now.
feel like I'm moving.
Go
I feel
ahead.
like I'm moving, but I feel like I'm moving, but I don't feel like I'm walking. Like again, I feel like I'm like a weightless ball of energy and I can't, it's not like I'm physically taking steps, but I can feel myself literally moving forward.
Yep. So then focus on exactly as it is floating forward. It doesn't have to be with feet. You may be meant to see things as a soul, so we're going to focus on that. Arriving now in 3, 2, 1, be there. What is happening next? What do you perceive?
Well, once I felt like I was moving forward and floating, that's when everything got black. And like almost like what I had seen went fade. So now I feel like I'm like essentially that big ball of energy again in a super black place.
What do you perceive outside of visualizing? What do you perceive? Feel it out. What do you sense about it?
That there's nothing there.
Tell me more
That
about
almost almost like the reason I know it's so dark is because I'm like what's glowing or something, if that makes sense.
you are glowing, you are light. Tell me about being the light.
You know when your eyes are closed and somebody like points a camera at you with their flashlight on?
Yes.
That's almost exactly what it feels like.
It's that bright, stretched out ray of light. That is you
Yeah.
where we're at. And you are weightless.
Yes, but I feel like how do I put this? I feel like I'm weightless but yet aware um of I don't know how to explain it.
Try your best. I'll help you as best I can.
Like if anything, all I can say is that I feel I feel a certain kind of heaviness right above my shoulder, but I still feel like everything above my shoulder is floating. So like I don't know. Huh.
Could this be the experience of the subconscious mind? What do you smell?
Um Sweetness. Um
I can smell that too, only almost like a cross between flowers and soap.
Oh, soap. Soap.
What do you
I w-
taste?
honestly, um, I don't think I'm tasting nothing other than, a bad, maybe like a bitter taste from, I want to say maybe like your mouth being dry almost, but like it's bitter.
Yeah, that's interesting. What do you hear? Just listen for a minute. Don't rush to that answer.
Like of almost like a kind of momentum, a vibration, something. I wouldn't necessarily say waves, but I would say if you weren't realizing it was waves and you heard some type of like vibrating momentum, if that makes any sense.
It does. It does.
Almost like air moving, but it's like vibrating. It's a little bit more intense. It's like the sensory, almost like if you're hearing sensory maybe like raised a little bit. I could compare it to that.
The light you are, does it illuminate anything around you?
No, I literally feel like I it is a whole entire universe of black and I'm dead in the center of it.
Dead in the
And I
center.
could sit there and turn, and I'm not going to see anything.
There's
But I'm
something
going
that.
to hear,
Go ahead.
but I'm going to hear like all of that vibrating momentum of whatever is going around me.
I'm going to ask you something that might sound a little strange.
Hmm.
Do you feel like in this scene, first off, what do you sense? What do you sense around you?
I
Like, you know
don't
how
think
if you close your eyes and you're in your room, you know how you can kind of sense, well, I can sense the walls, I can sense the furniture, I can sense that I'm in a closed place. Do you feel like you're enclosed anywhere?
no. I feel like it is literal open and endless. Like like it is a whole entire universe that's there's nothing. It, I could go up and up and up forever, down and down and down forever, side to side to side forever, and same with the other side.
There's something that I keep hearing and seeing, so this might sound a little strange, but do you feel like in the scene that you were at that your eyes are closed?
No,
They're
I
open and
don't.
looking.
Yes, like and I feel like I'm fighting with myself to keep my eyes closed, but my eyes are closed. But I always feel like my eyes are open.
But you always feel like they're open. So, like
Yes.
in this scene, the person you are in this scene in your mind's eye has their eyes open.
Yes. 100%. I deal with this through my meditation all the time. I fight with myself to tell myself to keep my eyes closed, but my eyes are closed. And I don't know how to I don't know. But my physical eyes are closed. But it's like my mind's telling myself to close my eyes, but my eyes are already closed.
I'm going to try. There's a Reiki symbol I want to use for opening up the mind's eye. Um, I'm going to draw this out. Let me draw this out. It's called the hearth. I'm going to do that, and we're going to bring healing to where you, your eyes, to where you're not visualizing. I want you to notice a golden light entering through the crown of your head and stretching down to the soles of your feet. This warm golden light enters through the crown chakra at the top of the head and moves down to the third eye chakra. And it brings healing to all the cells in this part of the body, healing everywhere it touches. And it moves down through the throat chakra, and it brings healing energy through the throat chakra region, bringing healing to the throat chakra region. And it moves down to the heart chakra. You notice healing because you can feel that healing moving through all the cells of the body, releasing all the excess energy in these parts of the body and any connections that do not belong, including now through the arms and the hands. Releasing that energy through the hands and the top of the head. And it moves down to the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. And it brings healing energy to the stomach region and the abdomen, healing all the cells in that region of the body. And it moves down through the hip region to the root chakra and the little known base chakra, and brings healing to this part of the body, healing all the cells in this part of the body, including the legs and the feet. Also now releasing that excess energy through the legs and the feet, the hands and the crown chakra, as excess energy that anyone else can use. What do you notice in the body as it releases?
I'm super freaking hot.
Yeah, you're releasing a lot of energy.
My legs are sweating like
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
My elbows are sweating too, and my forearms.
You are releasing a lot of energy from the body. All right.
I just have to kick everything away from me because I'm like the top of my legs are literally like clammy.
All right. Now I'm sending you the hearth. You'll notice in the third eye. This is for opening up the third eye. Is there a sharpness in your chest?
No, but it's crazy you say that because last night at like 1:30 in the morning, I got the most sharpest horrible pain in my head and I was like kind of freaking out. And I've never had anything like that happen to me before. And it was like I could feel it like from the top of my head radiating like down to my maybe like very, very upper chest, but like more so towards like the very bottom of my neck and collarbone. And like, there's no way that could have been a migraine, but I've been dealing with it on and off since 1:30 this morning.
Do you feel a band now around your eyes and your head?
A
This is what I'm
band?
getting. Yeah, kind of like a band. Do you feel a tightness around your eyes and your head?
Just my eyes.
Yeah. Your nervous system is shot. You have a lot of stored emotions. Do you feel like you hold on to them, that you hold on to resentment?
Oh yeah.
You're loaded
I feel like
down. Your
I
nervous
um
system is
I
on top of it.
I almost feel like, if I care about it, then like I'm gonna like get worked up about it. So I like tell myself I don't care about it when, deep down everybody cares about things. And so like obviously things get to me and I care about them. But the more I tell myself that I don't care, so, it just kind of sits.
Are you ready to release and let go?
Yes.
Because you're going to have to purge all this. You realize that you're going to go through a lot of emotional purging. You're going to have to cry it all out. You're going to have to release that anger. And yes, you are going to have to forgive. You have to not only forgive those that have wronged you, but you're going to have to forgive yourself. And you don't forgive yourself, period. Like, you are very angry at yourself. I feel your anger.
I feel guilty with myself for there's like a lot of certain personal specific things that like my guilt eats me up at like, oh my gosh, when I think about the things that I feel guilty about, it's like ugh, ugh.
Can you
Yeah,
forgive yourself?
I want to. If, and like
You can
I
forgive
swear,
yourself even if you don't feel it right away, because you are moving in that process. If you begin that, you will release.
it's like I feel like I forgive myself until I get to flashbacks, and then when I get flashbacks, it's like I have to literally like I have to redirect my own self.
You're going to purge a lot after this session. If you hold it in, it's just going to continue to compound your nervous system. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm not an emotional like crier. I don't know how to put like I'm not like I get emotional when I get like angry. That's the most emotion you're gonna get out of me. When I'm like angry, but I'm not like an emotional crier. Or I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, I know. I understand what you're saying. But notice what you feel in the body now, as I said the Reiki. Notice what you feel. Describe what you feel.
Well, from when we first started, I felt like my shoulders were super heavy. It was like hard to breathe, and I could feel like almost like my heart like burning or something. I don't know if that's a good way to put it, but now almost like almost like if somebody were to take hmm, like if ice could be air and somebody were like drawing like around the figure of my body with like really cold air. That's how I feel. Nothing burns anymore. And it is a lot easier to breathe. Like that, I'm still, wow. That, I'm still, wow.
What do you what is it that your body needs to heal? Here. What is it that your body needs to heal? Here.
I'm sorry, say that again.
What do you wish you believed about yourself or that you could hear that you need the most?
Oh man. I'm always looking for what's the word? Approval. I'm always looking for like approval or like something specific I could bring up, right? Like if my parents they only talk about the things I do wrong but never for all the good that I do. Like I feel like I'm always constantly searching for my dad's approval. I'm like I'm waiting for the I'm proud of you. There we go.
Can you say that to yourself and tell yourself that you're proud of you even if you don't feel it right away? Can you give yourself a hug? You will notice a transformation. If you can give yourself that grace, that love, and that I'm proud of you, every day make a practice of it and give yourself grace. Even when you don't feel it, you will notice a transformation where you will go from not believing it to believing it. I want you to say it out loud. I am proud of me. I'm proud of myself.
I am proud of myself.
Again, you don't sound very convincing.
I am proud of myself.
Again,
I am proud of myself.
one more time.
I am proud of myself.
Again,
I am proud of myself.
how do you feel inside as you say it?
I almost felt like I got the approval from the person that it matters most from, myself.
So say it again. Say, I love myself.
I love myself.
Again,
I love myself.
more convincing, please.
I love myself.
One more time.
I love myself.
Now I want you to say, I love myself, and their approval isn't needed.
I love myself, and their approval isn't needed.
Again,
I love myself, and their approval isn't needed.
2 more times.
I love myself, and their approval isn't needed.
1 more.
I love myself, and their approval isn't needed.
How does that feel inside?
Feel like it makes my heart race a little bit.
Yeah. Your body is responding to hearing what it needs. Now I want you to focus on that blue light. Because
I'm
as
so
you
sorry if
do,
you could hear my stomach.
what was that?
I don't know. I don't know if you guys can hear my stomach, but I'm so sorry if you can.
I told you your stomach was going to grow. I want you to
Yeah, you
focus
did,
on the
and
blue
it's
light.
it's so loud.
We can hear it.
I'm not even kidding.
We can hear it. I'm not going to keep you much longer. I want you to focus on the blue light now and going forward. Anytime that um you're having, like, when you feel anxiety coming up, or your heart starts racing, and your heart rate will come down, and it will help you release the anxiety and the stress. Can you do that? Can you focus on the blue color?
Yes.
Focus on it and notice the release in the body. You'll feel it releasing from the top of the head, the soles of the feet, and the hands. The excess energy.
Every time you have me like look at a color, you know, like I see an object, but I technically think it's white, but I see the color around it. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes sense. And the white color is
Like,
for purification of your energy, so it's still useful. Blue and white, that's perfect. Because then we're talking about your
okay.
mental health, and we're talking about the white light is for like purity of your energy.
Okay,
It's
because
also
every
really
time
good for any negative connections to you, like any negative connections that will be burned.
Okay, good. Because every time you've given me a color, the first thing that pops up is I feel like it is white, but the aura and the color around it is the color that I'm supposed to be seeing. Like not the object itself is that color, but what surrounds it is that color.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I want you to follow me up, up, up as we go through time and space. We're going to return back to this present date and time. We're going to continue the session. I would like to do that private session with you. And I'm not going to charge you for this session to continue this work to open up that third eye. We're going to continue this work. I really want to get you to a place where you can see everything that you need to for this one, because it's a part of this work that we're doing here. I really want you to put this into practice before we do before you pay for that session that you're going to do for your health and everything. I want you to focus on this practice first.
Okay.
I want you to focus on this practice first and release, because you're going to notice your ability to visualize. You are going to be releasing a lot of energy and you're going to purge. I just want the ability to check in on you and see how you're doing and help you as you purge out this energy and get you to a place that you need to be, that we know that will get the other success with the hypnosis that you're wanting to do. I know since the session.
Okay.
Um, so follow me up as we go, and on the count of 10, you'll be wide awake, feeling wonderful all over. Just as though you've had a nice nap, a nice sleep, you will feel truly rested and refreshed. And anytime we do anything like this, it will always be an enjoyable experience. And 1, 2, your blood's beginning to circulate a little faster, and your heart's beginning to beat a little faster, because you are beginning to wake up now. And 3, 4, noticing the sounds in the room and the sounds outside of the room, very much aware now as you're orienting back to this time and space. And 5, 6, begin to move your arms and legs around as it gets very tiring laying one position like that. And 7, 8, you're coming up now very nicely, very nicely. And 9, 10, wide awake and feeling better all over. And you do, don't you? How are you
Yeah,
doing?
my phone just sounded like it got 10 times louder than it was.
Your hearing opened up.
That that's weird. It almost sounded like I don't know if you can make a comparison from like talking to somebody on speakerphone versus not.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Are you in a place that you are able to, can you take some time today to take a bath with salt, Epsom salts, herbs? Can you drink
Yes.
herbal tea? And did you know that salts, including like Epsom salt in a bath, did you know is very, very good for breaking negative energies that may be attached to you, for releasing that energy, for releasing that stress? I would highly suggest soaking.
Okay. I've
Yeah,
I've never I've never done that before.
yes. If you could do that for yourself, I highly, highly recommend it. I've done it. It works. It works very well. Even if you can take yeah, you want to get the toxins out of the body. Absolutely. Harley put it best. Even when I don't have Epsom salt, it works if you put a little bit of salts in, like regular salt in the bath. It's really, really good for soaking, for hydrating the body, for soaking, and for releasing that energy.
Okay. Yeah, well definitely I can definitely get some. I can definitely do that. I don't have any, but I can definitely do that. I have all the rest of today off and tomorrow off, so I can practice doing that both days.
Can you follow up with me and let me know how you're doing since then? And then I would like to continue working with you if you want to. It's up to you.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm so glad that we did this and that this could help you, because I feel like this has helped to really illuminate what your needs are right now. And it's only going to get better. Take today, slow, don't rush through the day. Yes, Harley, you're right. She shouldn't rush through the day today. Just take it slow and rest and just let that energy release from the body. You should continue to feel better. The beautiful thing about Reiki is when you have Reiki done on you like the way that I did, Reiki always continues until it's complete. And
Well,
so
I
you will
just
continue to feel healing.
and like going like forth, like wanting to continue this, like everything that I felt like, I feel like I'm, this is like a safe space to be like open and honest and things like that, and like actually being able to tell you like the body temperature changes and like the breathing changes, like that was almost like a moment of like, um I don't know, like, like if you hear something and you can't believe it, like you're flabbergasted, like in a
Yeah,
sense, um
absolutely.
that was crazy. Like my little milkshake straw analogy, that was crazy to experience, because
Oh, look.
I did feel like my chest was heavy, and then all of a sudden I could just breathe out of 30 milkshake straws.
Yes. By the way, I should be more specific. Thank you, Danielle. Because I already use like pink salt and sea salt. Don't use regular salt if you use salts. Sea salt's great. Celtic, pink salt. Thank you. I should have specified, not table salt. I didn't mean I when I said regular. I have to think about what I use every day. Regular for me is different for you. Never. Yes, not table salt. Thank you, guys. Thank you for specifying that. You need to. I needed to be more specific. Let me correct that. Not table salts. I already used
Okay, so
pink or sea
what
salt.
about like,
Use
the
Epsom
doctor,
salt if you're going to the
the
doctor.
Dr.
Yes,
Elms?
yes,
Yes, okay.
you can use that.
Okay.
That's yes, that's the Epsom salt. If you're going to the store anyways, I would just do Epsom salt.
Yes.
But it will help you a lot.
Is there
Look,
anything
go ahead.
is there anything like you, um like, I don't know if you put like certain like herbs or anything in it. Like I love going to my local crystal shop, so I'm always looking for reasons to go, but they have tons of like herbs or like certain things you can put in the bath. Are there anything specific you could think that like particularly you would recommend for me?
I usually just do the Epsom salt, but Harley says baking soda cleanses the body, but a shower is needed afterwards for rinsing off. Soul Goddess
Okay.
says mugwort.
Okay.
Put on wash rags or whatever you use to wash the body. So even for those that can't bathe, and I recommend for relaxation and sleep, if you can get mint leaves. I usually do hot water with mint leaves and cloves, a few cloves, mint tea with
Like mint,
cloves.
like mint, mint.
Yes, mint
Okay.
leaves
All
and
right.
cloves. And every time I drink that, I become deeply relaxed, and it makes me sleep like nobody's business. It's deeply relaxing. That should help you with your sleep. It works
Okay.
like it works like a sleep balm. Every time I drink it, I knock out for hours. So mint
Yes,
leaves and get cloves.
my sleep's always been an issue. I mean, I do granted I do work two jobs, and I do work about 100 to up I have worked up to 130 hours a week. I have an almost 2-year-old. I just worked, I just got off of a 22-hour shift. And then I got about an hour and 45 minutes of sleep before this.
What? That's a lot of
Yeah.
hours. Okay, I'm glad that
Yes,
you're
it
off.
is.
If your husband can watch the kid or kids, if you
Yes,
can
he
sleep,
always he always does.
amazing. Get the mint leaves and the cloves. Take an Epsom bath. Take a salt bath and sleep. Rest.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to be checking in
He
on you. We have each other's phone numbers. I am going to be checking in on you.
Absolutely. I'm very open to it and I appreciate it. And like I said, what I was telling you about, the genuinity of people that sticks out to me. And when I brought up, who had recommended you and like, the, I don't know, those things stick out to me. Those things give me like, it like gives me a purpose to move forward with, you know, I
Yeah.
just, everything that I'm trying to do from what we talked about. It's like it makes my intent in doing this so much more like pure.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm so excited to continue working with you, and I'm glad that it's validating for you.
Absolutely. And I know it sounds like I work so many hours, but I take care of girls with brain injuries and one with Down syndrome, and they're like the light of my life. So I do have my job does have a lot of its downtime, but I do put a lot of hours into it. But just know that I do love what I do. So it may sound exhausting, but it's very rewarding, and I love when I'm there 24 hours. I love every single 24 hours I'm there. You know,
Yeah,
so
I understand that. Well, I want you to get some rest and some sleep. To answer Miriam's question in the chat, no, no, but you don't have to. I mean, it can help to sleep or rest before a session, but there are people who haven't slept or rested that have done just as well, and they actually feel rested after the session. It doesn't matter one way or the other. Coming in rested, it can help. It does help, but I have had plenty of people who are exhausted who don't sleep, and the hypnosis is to fix their sleep, not just what it is that we are addressing. And I have seen very similar, if not same, results as people who come in rested. But now
I
I'm
mean,
hoping that as we
honestly,
release all of this, that it will help you now because now we're releasing energy that might be keeping you up.
yeah, I honestly, I do feel like right now, I don't feel like I would 100 go right back to. I do feel like, um, I do feel like what just happened was like very relaxing for me, and it was rest in a sense. Like I don't feel like I'm ready to roll over and go to sleep. I definitely feel like I definitely want to eat something, and then probably like
Eat,
go to the store, spend some time with my son. But yeah,
eat. You are hungry and you're dehydrated. Chug lots of water. And you want to put a little bit of
yes.
salt in that water because I know that when you're dehydrated, salt helps it with hydration. I learned this when I was a kid. Having a little bit of it, there's something about it that helps you when you're catching up on hydration, when you're chugging water. Yeah, Celtic salt's really great. I highly recommend the Celtic salt. Add salt and baking soda to the water to remove the toxins from the water. I didn't know that, Harley.
I didn't know that either.
And the same thing with the magnesium in a spray bottle. If you get magnesium and you put in a spray bottle, then you can spray it on you or put some in your bath. And then Linda's also saying electrolytes. Yeah,
Yeah, I do use a magnesium and melatonin lotion every single day too by Nakery. I don't know if you've ever heard it, but it's full of vitamins, magnesium, and melatonin.
that is amazing. Do all of these things. Everybody's giving so many recommendations. Girl, write these down and do all of them. Do all the ones you can.
Yes, absolutely.
Baking soda clears. It opens your third eye.
There we go. I feel like that's the biggest roadblock right now. The visualization
Visualization.
of it was hard. And every time I do my meditation, I always go right back to that like basically black abyss that goes on for forever and ever with nothing that crosses my mind, like no image,
I don't
no.
know what Harataki is, but Soul Goddess's Harataki opens the third eye.
Okay.
It was a challenge, but it wasn't hard. Yes, change that verbiage because you were still in hypnosis. You just saw differently from other people and you saw what your challenges and your blocks were. And you were there as light, as floating light. You succeeded in so much. Just call it a challenge. It wasn't hard, it was a challenge because it was a challenge for you, but you did go in hypnosis. You just didn't see what you thought you might. And we did get to pinpoint what your challenges are so we can help. We can help you, and especially the Reiki seems to have helped you as well, which I'm really excited about. This is why I got trained in Reiki. I wanted to help you begin
Yes,
releasing.
that was, I've always heard about it, and that, like I said, the two things when you were doing Reiki, that was the most thing that was like, whoa, you know, like to literally feel the difference like that was cool. That was really cool.
Thank you. Well, you go. Please drink water. Please eat. Please rest. And then I will check in on you, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. It's such a pleasure to do this. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Bye.
That was awesome. That was awesome. Not every session goes the same, and it's not a bad thing at all. Um, that was an awesome session, and I'm proud of it and what we could accomplish for her today. Thank you. That was awesome. She did a great job. Floating energy. Oh, I love when I see myself as floating energy. She says, "Thank you guys for all the info." I love being floating energy when I'm in hypnosis too because it's so relaxing and it releases the stress from the body. Now I need a break because I also need to eat. And this afternoon I have a session and I have some writing to do. So I will be back on, probably I'll be back on tomorrow. If you would like to book a free consultation with me, anybody in here? Is there anybody in here who is interested in booking a free consultation after seeing that? Anyone interested even in the Reiki part of it? Go to mhhypnosis.com and go to the booking page and book a free consultation with me. That is mhhypnosis.com. mhhypnosis.com. Go to the booking page, book your free consultation. Yes, click the link in my profile. That's right, I gotta remember to say that. Because TikTok doesn't like it when I speak websites. That's gonna be something to get used to. Yep, click the photo at the top, go to my profile. The link's in my profile. I gotta remember to say that. TikTok does not like it when I talk about my website. Not very fair. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great day. I have another session this afternoon and some writing to do, and I need to eat myself. So I love you guys. Thank you for all of the support, and I